is going on, guys? Back out here on one of my local lakes in Weston. We're going to be fishing my Daiwa Presso combo with my Daiwa Presso Extra Ultralight rod, Daiwa Presso reel, and then a small little Trout Magnet up here, 1/64 ounce, and then 1 1/4 inch. So really small. Only got 3-pound fluorocarbon on here, so we're going really light today. A couple of months ago, I fished here a bunch of days and weeks in a row. The bluegill responding, so it was great panfish action. We're gonna hope for more of the same here today. The water level seems to have risen a little bit over the last month or so since I've been here, along with a lot more algae in the water, which should make fishing a little bit tougher, more difficult, but we'll see if we can still get a couple panfish out of here. So let us give it a shot. Alrighty, here is our lure of the day. A little bit better look at it. Nice little Trout Magnet. This thing flies a mile on this really thin line and lighter rod. Let's work it in slowly, twitching the rod tip just a little bit. This is an absolute panfish killer if they're around. So if there's any out here, we should find out pretty quickly here. There we go, fish on. Little guy. Oh, little dink of a largemouth. Look at this guy. All right, our first fish of the day is this tiny little dink of a largemouth. I think I caught smaller before, but definitely not by much. There we go, fish on. Oh, that's a big one. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull that guy in on this extra ultralight 3-pound test around these lily pads. He is pulling a nice amount of drag here. Let's see if we can get him in nice and slow, This is part of the fun about using this lighter tackle, but also makes it a little bit frustrating. Still going strong. He hasn't actually gone into the lily pads yet, which is good news. He's kind of just staying on the outskirts. Let's see if we can find out what this is. Probably a nice Mayan cichlid if I had to guess. If it was a bass, it probably would have pulled up and jumped by now. Oh no, he's around those pads. I don't know if we're gonna get that guy in. He's wrapped up around those pads. Oh no, there he is. Nice Mayan cichlid, yes. All right, nice fight. No, he's still going. Got some deep water right there. Nice and easy. Nice little, not little, but nice Mayan cichlid. Look at that guy. All right, this guy put up a really nice fight on the extra ultralight. Wasn't sure if I was gonna get him in. If he would have wrapped himself up around some of those lily pads, probably would have been over, but he did not. So we'll let him go. Put up a nice fight. Let's see what else we can get out of here. Like always, just working this thing through any sort of openings. Right now we're working the lily pads and those algae piles. There's usually some fish out there in the openings, waiting for something to swim by. There we go, fish on. That's a nice bluegill. I was starting to think if we were going to get any of these guys today. Nice little copper nose. All right, first bluegill of the day. Nice copper nose. Hit that little Trout Magnet. I was starting to wonder if we were going to get any of these today. Because I've not seen any. when I was fishing here regularly about a month ago, 6 weeks ago, I believe the bluegill were spawning. I saw a couple beds and there were tons of the big ones in the shallows. I think now that we're a little bit later on into the season, there might be some left in the shallows, but I think all the bigger ones spawned and then went out to the deeper water for the summer as it got a little bit warmer. So I'm a little surprised we got that guy. I haven't seen any in the shallows yet. But let's see if we can get some other ones. Oh, there we go. That is not a bluegill though. Doesn't look like one at least. Now that's going to be a little Mayan. Even though he's smaller, he's pulling better. These guys always fight so well. Little Mayan. Alrighty, little Mayan cichlid, smaller than that bluegill, but also fought better. These guys always do. So that guy's back. Not a bad day so far. Here we go, fish on. Another bluegill. Nice size, but like I said, he's bigger, but he's not fighting as well as that little Mayan did. All right, nice bluegill number 2. Nice copper nose, 8 inches or so. So I guess there are still some bluegills left in the shallow. So let's get this guy back and maybe we'll get some more bluegills because I really like catching these guys more than anything else in here. Oh, there we go. Another nice bluegill. This is 2 back-to-back now. Nice fish. All right, I think this is our 3rd nice bluegill, 2nd back-to-back. They're not monsters, but they are nice-sized adults with some beautiful colors on them. So don't mind catching these guys one bit. It's exactly the fish we were targeting. So like I said, it's been a good couple weeks since I fished here, but I feel like there are less fish in the shallows. I'm not getting nearly as many bites as I remember getting weeks ago. And the water level's lower. There's more algae. So I have a feeling a lot of these fish moved off to deeper water for the summer here. So let's try to pick up 1 or 2 more. I'm gonna work these lily pads and a couple other lily pads and pieces of structure. Let's see if we could wrap things up here on a good note. Oh, that's a nice hit. What? Oh, it's a nice bluegill. I saw that guy come in and hit. Just saw some silver shine in the water. Nice sized bluegill. Nice colors on this one. A lot of red. Let's hope we can get him in here. Alrighty, nice fish. Alright, so I believe this is going to be the biggest bluegill of the day. Beautiful colors. Obviously the copper nose, the head part looks really nice here, but also some nice gold and red accents here on the fin. It's a beautiful looking fish, and I think this guy's barely hooked too. So we'll get this guy back, and this might do it, unless we get one more. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, that's a nice fish too. I just dropped this down right along that drop off. I was gonna jig it up. Before I had a chance to jig it, we hooked up with one. It's a nice one, whatever it is. Still can't see it. Thankfully over here we got a pretty good amount of open water, so I don't have to worry about him swimming into some lily pads or anything like that. What is it? Oh, I think that's a nice Mayan. Is it? I can't tell. I see some bars, but I think it's got some darker colors. He's pulling straight down right here. We got some deep water. Yeah, I think that's a mine. Still pulling. Such a vibrant and fun feeling on this extra ultralight. It's a nice mine, some nice colors on him too. Let's see how I could pull him on up here without snapping my line. You know, we're gonna flip him. Come on up here. All right, I don't know if this is bigger or smaller than that first mine we caught. I think he's a little bit smaller, but put up a really nice fight nonetheless, especially when these guys have open water like this with no cover. They can just pull and pull and pull. There we go. Oh. There's another one. Oh, that's a nice bluegill. Don't know what that first fish was. But here is another decent sized coppernose. Alright, decent sized coppernose bluegill on the smaller side compared to the ones we caught earlier, but still respectable size. I don't know, 7 inches or so. So we'll get this guy back. This might be our last one. I'll see if we can maybe pull one more out of here. Alright, so that is going to do it. Such a fun way to spend 1 hour and 9 minutes. That was a quick session. We had a good amount of fish. The Daiwa Presso Extra Ultralight, such a fun way to fish. The little Trout Magnet, super simple, and it's a panfish killer. I think in most aspects in life, and especially fishing or even fishing, keep it simple, stupid. KISS. It's such a good thing to remember, a good thing to do. You know, this is literally a tiny jig head, that's just a tiny soft plastic with a small split tail. There is nothing fancy about this lure. Super simple, super stupid, and it catches a whole bunch of fish. So great day out here on the water. Got some nice bluegills, put up a nice fight with a couple Mayans. What more can you ask for? So I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you next time.